And welcome back to another roster update video. We're going to be doing these pretty much weekly, like 2 a week, and this is going to be really going over guys who are getting hot right now, and then guys who are a little bit lower overall who could go up, and then also the defensive roster update. Now, something I like to talk about is these previous roster updates. So if we look here, I think it's definitely not page like that, but some of these guys starting like plus sixes, plus eights. And these guys are going from from a freaking common to like a bronze. A lot of these guys have been playing good. They just start upgrading them later on if they keep playing well. And that's why some of these guys you want to invest in, like Ben Lively. He's not a bad investment. This guy's been playing a lot better, even though he has a 4.07 ERA. I mean, like 41 strikeouts, that's not bad. In 42 innings, he's averaging almost a strike every inning. So I mean, some of these guys like I want to talk about are like who is it I want to talk about? He's on the Mariners, but like J.P. Spears, guy's not even good, but like he's been playing better, so they kind of upgrade these guys. So I'm just gonna say like keep an eye on some of these guys because especially like relief pitchers. When they start upgrading them a little bit, like they'll keep upgrading them if they keep playing good. Yunier Cano should have went last update, but he's currently priced at like an 81. Not a good investment, but Jorge Mateo is a great investment currently. He only needs plus 6 attribute points to go to a gold. As you can see, he's plus 3 contact versus left, plus power to left, and he'll go gold. So he's not a bad investment. I try to buy these guys as close to quick sell value as you can. So obviously it's not a bad idea to wait. Tyler Wells isn't a bad early investment. Same with Austin Hayes. He's been playing pretty good this year. And I think Cedric Mullins has been playing better defense this year. So if you wanna, I think he had like a good outs above average. I think it's like a 4, which is like in the positive range. So I could definitely see his fielding going up, and I'm probably gonna invest in him a little bit. There's not really anyone except Brayan Bello and James Paxton I would invest in on the Red Sox. James Paxton's been playing pretty good. It's kind of hard to get in on him right now because he's so high above quick sell value. And then Brayan Bello has been pretty good this year. As we go over to the Yankees, I would say early invest in Harrison Bader. He has diamond defense. And then I think Gleyber Torres is a guy who could get a slight defensive boost at the next update for defense. Don't invest in Domingo Germán. He's been awful this year, even though he got that perfect game. And then Tommy Canali, he's been really good, and they've been updating him a lot. And same with Ron Marcinio, or how do you say his name? Mauricio, or how do you say his name? Like, I think Tommy Canal is probably going to go gold next update if he keeps it up. So I would invest in him. When we come over to here, Wander Franco, even though he is 2,600 stubs, I still see him going to like an 87, maybe 86. And if he goes to like, you'd be making some stubs. This is only if you're not really trying to lose any stubs. Randy's not going to get a defensive update. So it's a little tough. Jose Siri's not a bad early investment, but please don't invest in him. I have 1,500 orders in on him. Isaac Paredes, or how do you say his name? Last year he got a huge defensive update, and that took him from like an 80 to an 83, kind of like where he is this year. And I'm just gonna buy some because I did last year. And if he goes up, he goes up. He hasn't had like great defensive numbers, but he's been above average, so there's a chance he goes up. It's just kind of like whether he does or not. Zach Eflin isn't a bad early investment, but you have to wait for his price to go down. Same with Taj Bradley. These are guys you want to hold and wait for. And same with Jason Adam. And then where is it? Ryan Thompson. Yeah, Ryan Thompson has been pretty solid this year also, like pretty good for a relief pitcher. Blue Jays, there's not much to invest in other than Dalton Varsho and then Jose Berrios because he's been playing a lot better this year, and I definitely see him probably going to a gold next update if he plays solid. White Sox, Luis Roberts probably gonna go to like an 88 with a defensive roster update. He's been so good this year defensively. He's been one of the best defensive outfielders. I think he's been almost the best. Outs above average, outs above average or expected or whatever. He's been really good, and he's been hitting the ball really good too. Dylan Cease has also been getting kind of hot. He had a really good last month. I wouldn't be opposed to investing in him. And then Lucas Giolito isn't a bad one. Then Eloy Jimenez is a 74, and he's been hitting the ball a lot better. Obviously, his awful defense, so it's kind of harder for him to go up. But even though I could see him, if you want to do the bronze to gold strat, you can do that, which is going to be a different video that I will be posting in the future. Manuel Clase is not a bad early investment, and then Josh Naylor is a really good investment. Currently, he's been playing. He's been actually a pretty good fielder this year, and last year they gave him. I think it was gold defense after the roster update, and I definitely could see him, going up when it comes to defense, and that could just be some. He'll probably go to gold. And then Stephen Kwan also isn't a bad defensive fielder, so he's not a bad guy to invest in either. Alex Lang's been playing really good this year. Definitely not a bad guy to invest in. When we come over here, Roldis Chapman's been playing pretty lights out. Surprised he hasn't went gold yet. I mean, I have a lot of orders in on him, but I had him as pre-orders, but he didn't go last update. But I did make a lot of subs off Christopher Morel and Kevin Gausman. There's no one really on the Twins I like. Maybe, I don't know, I really like Jorge Lopez, but that's about it. This team is the Astros have been Christian Javier is not a bad early investment. Jeremy Pena, which is defense. He probably will get a small defensive boost, but it could take him to like an 83. Astros, Phil Maton, and Hunter Brown are guys you want to invest in. Don't invest in Phil Maton right now. I don't know why he's getting so many guys investing in him right now. This is gonna turn into a whole Kendall Graveman situation, like it did a few years ago for the Astros, where they had like one relief pitcher going for an insane amount of stubs even before like the roster update. Like this, it's not gonna be for a couple more weeks. And then Hunter Brown, he's a guy who I believe is gonna go gold. I mean, he's just destined for it. It's kind of like George Kirby last year, Christian Javier the year before. Like there's just guys that go gold at some point, and then like you just know they're gonna go gold or diamond. Like Framber Valdez, you knew he was gonna go diamond this year eventually. You knew he was gonna go diamond or gold last year. I mean, it's kind of like you'll get a feel for it. Jake Myers has been playing better. So he has great defense as it is, and he's been really good defensively. So he just needs to hit slightly better, and he'll keep going up and up and up in the rankings for probably to gold at some point if he hits better. Angels, Brandon Drury had a really good last month. If he keeps carrying that over, he will go gold. And then, I'm not against investing in Taylor Ward. He's been he's a guy you expect to go eventually to gold. And then where's it at? Griffin Canning. I'm waiting for his price to go down, but I'm gonna probably buy about 500 to 1,000 of him. He's been a guy I think you're gonna see probably go gold at some point. Athletics, Ruiz is a guy I'm just holding to go gold because he just needs to hit a little bit better, and then I think he's going to get a defensive boost. A slight one at that, even though he's not a great defender. Logan Gilbert had one heck of a game yesterday. Definitely a guy who I think, as a Mariners fan, I want to invest in him over George Kirby, but Logan Gilbert is going to get better strikeout numbers a lot of the time, so you can see him, and I think him and George Kirby honestly are guys who could go gold or diamond at some point. Same with Paul Sewald and Andres Munoz. All these pitchers have been playing so well, and I expect them to go gold or diamond. Don't invest in Teoscar Hernandez. I don't know where people are getting this idea that he's going to go gold. Their next roster update's not for a little bit. And then Bryce Miller's a guy I'm holding for gold. He's kind of like, I think he's destined to go gold, and he didn't even have like a great he didn't have great performances before the last roster update, and they still sent him up 2 overalls. And then Suarez has been, I don't know what his defense is, but he's been actually really good defensively this year. So he may be a guy I invest in. Same with Penn Murphy. He's been pretty good this year too. And then Gabe Spearer, how do you say his name? He's been insanely good this year, and I expect him to go like high silvers. And so I've just been getting in on him really early because he's been so good this year. Uh, I don't think Loudy's gonna get Jonah Heim's like a guy I would invest in. Same with Eovaldi. Nathaniel Lowe's been better on defense this year, so I think you're gonna see him and Ezekiel Durant and Josh Young. Like all these guys should get, or at least Ezekiel Durant and Nathaniel Lowe should get boosted on defense, and then Josh Young hopefully gets a little bit because he should be a goal. He's been so good this year, and then Braves. I don't know. Bryce Elder's a really good investment. He's been a top 9 pitcher this year in ERA. He has like one of the best ERAs in baseball. He's been very good. Nick Anderson is a guy who I believe will go to gold at some point, and they keep bumping up slowly and slowly. Orlando Arcia should get a small defensive boost, probably like a 77, and I think he's a guy who could definitely go gold at some point. Eddie Rosario, I think, has been really good too this season. Bad defense, but is a guy who could potentially go silver. So if you want to do that bronze to gold method, that will be in a future video, probably the next video after this. Definitely not a bad guy to invest in. Braxton Garrett, Jesus Luzardo, and Yuri Perez are all guys I would invest in right now. Probably Braxton Garrett over everyone else. I just have a feeling he's going to go. And he's cheaper than all those guys. And then AJ Polk, Steven Okert, and Dylan Floro. And I think, Edward Cabrera and John Brady's actually been better on defense this year. So he's definitely a guy I think could go 78 just because his defense should get boosted. Those are all guys I would be investing in also because the Marlins have tons of silvers. They have to have SDS usually does it where if there's a ton of silvers on a team, like look at the Rays for example, they'll start slowly bumping 1 to 2 up each update into the gold range because they just don't keep them at silvers for whatever reason. Because they deserve to have some golds. Jeff McNeil and Starling Marte are my early investments for this team. There's not much else to do when it comes to the Mets. And then Tommy Pham's been a lot better. He's been hitting the ball a lot better. Last month he was pretty good. So he's not a bad guy to invest in. But he usually only has like 1 good month out of the year. And then he kind of sucks for the rest of the year. But who knows, maybe this year's different. Ranger Suarez had like a 1.08 or like a 1 point something ERA last month. He's definitely a guy, and I just went out, but he's definitely a guy I think will probably be seeing get a big boost here. I think he's gonna go gold. I think Matt Strom and Ranger Suarez are guys who are both probably gonna go gold here sooner than later. And same with Bryson Stott. I think you're more likely to see like Trey Turner and Aaron Nola go to silver than some of those guys go up to gold. Lame Thomas has been so good this year, but bad defense, doesn't really play defense at a high level. And then Josiah Gray is not a bad investment either. Cubs are an interesting team. Christopher Morel is like not a bad hold for Diamond. He's been like he just has to hit better against lefties, and he's gonna go. I don't know. He's gonna go Diamond if he keeps that up. Drew Smiley, Justin Steele has been one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. Same with Stroman. Like either of these guys are not bad holds for to go up. I think Steele's the better out of the two, but that's up to you. What was I gonna do? Freaking Mark Leiter Jr. has been pretty good, and I think he's definitely a guy who's gonna go gold sooner than later. Reds have a lot of good guys. Spencer Steer's been pretty good. Same with Farley and TJ Ferde. These are all guys who I'd be cool investing in. Not Steer right now because I think he is going to get a defensive boost. And Ellie De La Cruz is not a guy to invest in because his price is too high. Brewers, Devin Williams, that's it. Everyone else on the Brewers sucks for investing in. Except Willie Adames, no, he has a good defense. He's been better on defense. Mitch Keller's not a bad guy to invest in long term. McCutcheon, do not invest in him right now. He's not really a guy you want to invest in right now. Brian Hayes, not a bad investment guy who I could definitely see going gold. High gold at that too. Cardinals, I don't really know. Cardinals are such a weird team. I'd invest in Tommy Edman over all these guys, honestly, and then even maybe Lars Newbar. Christian Walker's been one of the best defensive first basemen this year. I think there's a really good shot that with the defensive roster update, with how good his hitting is, I think there's a chance because of his defense that they just bump him up enough to go diamond. And if you did that, you'd be doubling your stubs. So it's just a thought. I'm probably going to put 100 of him, but I'm not going to put it over that. Marte has been really good. So he's not a bad guy to invest in. He's been hitting the ball like crazy, but he has bad defense. And then Alex Thomas isn't a bad guy to hold to go silver. If you want to do that bronze to gold method, which is going to be in the new video coming out, probably the video after this. And then on the Rockies, the best hold is CJ Cron because this guy just gets hot sometimes, and then they'll boost him up to like an 84, and then or like they'll boost him into an 80 something, and then Elias Diaz hasn't been awful on defense this year. He has been like throwing people out, so I could see his reaction and his arm go up, and that could send him to gold maybe. So I may just buy some of him. Dodgers, Muncy and Outman. Outman's been actually not awful at defense this year, so he should get a defensive boost. And then Padres, Snell and Haeshan Kim, because he actually may get a defensive boost because he's really good at defense. And then where's Jake Myers? Where's he at? Or Myers. Michael Myers or Michael Waka. Yeah, where's Michael Waka at? He's been so good. Michael Waka. Did I pass him? Because I swear, where the frick is he at? Michael Waka. Oh, here. Michael Waka's a guy I'd invest in. I don't know why I thought his last name was spelled differently. He's a guy who's been really good this year, and I could definitely see him going gold. On this team, Camilo Duvall's a good hold for gold, or a hold for diamond, and then Estrada has actually been really good on defense this year, and his defense is awful, so he's gonna probably go almost gold next roster update when they do the defensive roster update. And then Conforto is not a bad investment either. And we aren't going to go over the free agents or anything like that, but that's mostly it for the video. Just hold a lot of these guys because they're probably, you should just be holding them because they're going to be going, they're going to be going gold sooner than later, or you just want to hold guys because you don't want stubs laying around. As we do a little 10 boxer here, let's see what we get just to end off the video. I keep forgetting the controls on this game just because I was playing on Nintendo Switch and it's so much different on there. Like A and B are completely different. Jonaheim, not a bad one. Not bad at all. I needed him also because I just don't buy gold because I'm just trying to do the collections as I go along. Like I have Shohei, I have Mookie Betts, but I need to get some of these other guys we're going to also have a flipping video coming out eventually, and then the how to make the most stubs off a very profitable way, which is bronze to gold, which is a exchange method that I'll be showing you guys. So make sure to stick around and subscribe, like, and comment what you guys want to see mostly on this channel. And we're trying to get monetized also, so that's a big goal as we are almost done with this pack opening. I know you can get good stuff out of the silver pack once in a while. So we're gonna just go through here and see what we get in this last pack. Gives us a diamond and it gives us silver, and we'll see what's in this. Alright, peace.